Let's create my Burrow quilt pattern that uses a layer cake and a small bit of background fabric. Now for the fabrics I am using the Season of Tribute, Roots of Nature by Bonnie Christine, and Volcanic Deco Stitch as the background, which are all from Art Gallery Fabrics. Now I will have a link down below in the description for you to purchase from a quilt store that I trust and also personally shop at. Doing so, a small percentage will go towards helping out my channel. Now with your background fabric, you are going to cut 2-inch by Witho fabric strips and subcut them into 2-inch squares, which I have already done so. Then for your layer cake 10-inch squares, you are going to cut them into 4 5-inch squares. Now you may use charm packs, which are 5-inch squares already, but for this pattern you will want at least 4 of each print, which is why I am using a layer cake, because you can yield 4 per each layer cake square. Now I will have that free PDF pattern available down below in the description. Burrow is available in 5 quilt sizes: baby, throw, twin, queen, and king. Now let's go ahead and create block number 1 by selecting 4 of the same print 5-inch squares and 4 background 2-inch squares. Then go ahead and create a 4 patch and place the 2-inch squares right sides together to snowball the center of that 4 patch. Now you're going to sew directly down the center on the background square at a 45-degree angle to snowball those center corners. Then either using scissors or a rotary cutter, whichever you prefer, trim a 1/4 inch away and then press open. Then once all of your centers are completed, you will then sew your blocks together to complete block number 1. Now within that free PDF pattern, I will tell you how many of these blocks to make for the quilt size you've selected. And now we are going to move on for block number 2. So for block number 2, we are going to repeat the same steps previously, but instead we're going to stop once we have a matching set of half blocks. Then within that free PDF pattern, I will once again tell you how many pairs of the half blocks to create for that quilt size that you have selected. And that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And now, once all your blocks are finished, it is time to lay your quilt out. So for the odd rows, you are going to lay each block side by side. Then for the even rows, you will start with a half block, followed by completed blocks, and then you're going to end with that matching half block. And that's it. Then, as always, sew your blocks together to form rows, and then lastly, sew those rows together to complete your quilt top. And here is what my quilt top looks like all finished. Since this is a quilt that will be gifted, I am using a matching flannel within the collection for the backing, as well as glide thread in the color celery. And here is what my Burrow quilt looks like all quilted out. I do hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you could, please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.